clase. Me llamo Tony Bomboni. Soy tu profesor de español. ¿Cómo están? Do you guys know what I just said? It's your first day, so I expect you to know. No, I'm just playing. Alright, well, I basically introduced myself, and that's how you would normally introduce yourself in Spanish. I just did a quick run, simple version of it. There's many ways to say it, and you'll learn different verbs and nouns and ways to say different things and ways to say your name and how are you and stuff like that. So basically I just said, hi, I'm your professor today. My name is Tony Bomboni, and I'll be your professor for Spanish class. How are you guys doing? This is basically what I expect you to know how to say by the end of this first week. All right? So you guys will be in partners, and you will be sharing with each other different phrases and sentences and words just for fun. And today I'm going to go over what's going to be on your quiz at the end of the week as well. We have a quiz on Friday. Okay, so we have one simple quiz at the end of every week, and then an exam at the end of every month, so every 4 to 5 weeks, okay? And the exam will be everything that you've learned in the last 4 to 5 weeks prior, okay? Any questions? No? All right, so basically what I expect you guys to do is just pay attention, be on your best behavior, and try not to put chewing gum on the bottom of your desks. Okay, that's a big no-no. All right, so let's get started with just a little fun activity beforehand. Who here knows how to say kitchen? Yes, you. What is your name? Okay. Kitchena. No, it's not kitchena. Nice try. See what you did there. Yes, you. What's your name? Bob. Okay. Very close. Very close. No, that was a very good guess. It's cocina. Cocina. Now, does anyone know how to spell cocina? No K. There's no K. Cocina. La cocina. Again, repeat after me. Repítame. La. Good. La si. La cocina. La cocina. Super excelente. So basically it's two words. Like la cocina is the kitchen. Normally you would say kitchen, you would just say cocina, but in this case it's the kitchen is normally how you would say words. Like you don't just say kitchen. Like, what about it? Like, what about the kitchen? Like, you say, oh, the kitchen. Like, oh, okay, the kitchen. Like, you're referencing to something. So, and it's la because it's a at the end of the word, which is the feminine. And you're going to learn more about that in months to come. That's the more complex stuff. But you wouldn't say el cocina. You'll know right away. It just doesn't sound right in general. Like, you can even sometimes mumble under your breath during the exam and be like, el cocina. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, la cocina. It will flow more from the tongue. And Spanish goes fast. It's a quickly spoken language. And they flow with their words and their adjectives and vowels and such. So they're very a flowy language, and that's why you hear them talking fast, especially on those shows. Yeah, I can't even keep up. Sometimes as the professor, I'm like, wait, I have to rewind that again. And yeah, so basically I teach other courses as well. You are the basic course. I teach the 200, 300, 400, and the AP as well. So I have one of each during the day along with you guys. So that's 5 classes I teach per day. So be in your best behavior, because I may just end up picking you as my favorites. And then we have a special field trip at the end of the school year. Yay. Okay, so all right. So your first assignment, your tarea, okay, is your homework, is going to be to bring tomorrow, okay? So you go to the store and buy yourself these tonight, okay? Actually, maybe that's too soon. All right, I feel bad giving you guys homework on the first day. But it's not actually homework. All you have to do is buy it, unless you already have it, which I assume you do, because it was in your catalog of things you need for the school year. So I expect you to have a stack of 3x5 ruled index cards. Okay, and only 3x5. And so basically, what you're going to need to do this for is to write the vocab word, like let's say tarea, and then on the back you write homework. But you're gonna need to write in small print, homework. Give me a moment, I'll answer your question soon. Homework, and then in parentheses or bullet points, either way is fine. You will write below a sentence. Okay, a sentence you can use that word in. All right, that will be your assignment next week. Okay, and then you're going to need to use these for other projects as well. Yes, what is your question? Well, typically there will be homework every day. I try to do it every other day because I understand the workload and the pressure of being a student and having other classes to take care of. So I try to do on average every other day. Okay. So, but homework is a good thing, because then you're not going to remember what we've went over in class A. All right. Class A is class. Okay, class A. So it feels weird speaking in English. Starting in like the 300 courses and onwards, I just mostly speak Spanish to my estudiantes. So, studente is student. So, you guys will have to know by the end, and I'll just rarely speak English to you. You're just kind of going to have to hear me speak Spanish. So, it is a little bit weird for me to speak English right now, but you guys are an exception. You have to understand what I'm saying. All right. Lo siento. That's sorry. Any other questions before I move on? No? Okay. So basically I have some papers here in front of me, and let me pull them out. Okay. Perfect. So I have 10 words here that you guys will have to know, memorize, and know exactly how to write them down, how to read them, how to use them in sentences and with each other, okay? And I want to start hearing in the coming weeks you guys talking to each other more in Spanish, okay? It's like no English allowed in here. Like, I want to be able to walk around my clase and hear my estudiantes speaking in Spanish, okay? If you don't know how to say, can I borrow your pencil? Just say pencil in Spanish, okay? Like, that's what I want to hear, all right? If you want to go to the bathroom, you better tell me baño, okay? Oh, I'm spoiling the surprise, but we're going to go over these words now. But first, before that, actually, I do want to go over a little bit of the layout of this classroom as well. Over there, you have the whiteboard, all right? So you guys will be asked to come up and play some games, and games are a fun way to help you memorize words as well, and vocation and other stuff like that. Here is just a little bit of kind kind of history and like appeal and artsy appeal. This is like Spain. This is actually one of their towns, and I have some grapes here and some Spanish flower as well, and just kind of like create that flair and environment. I mean, we're gonna play music in here. I'm gonna play La Camisa Negra, which is the black shirt, and it's a fun song. So I'm gonna let you hear the song, and you tell me kind of what you feel. And it's very artsy, musical people. There's a lot of like pain but love expressed in Spanish themed music, and they use a lot of guitar and mandolina and other musical instruments as well to express their love and pain. There's a lot of like conflicting love but pain, like sadness but happiness in their music as well. So that's a perfect song to present it. It's by the artist Juanes. So I'm gonna play La Camisa Negra, okay? And you just let me know what you hear. And I'm even gonna play sometimes music in between while you're working on projects, different assignments, and maybe even catching up on some of your homework in here as well when we have like little downtime study days where we're just not doing much, or we already covered everything the day before and we're just having extra time if we're all caught up. Yeah. Over there, the entrance, of course, you can ask me through your hall passes to go to the bathroom. You just say baño. And behind your desks are some vision boards that my students from years prior have made. And I'm going to ask you to do that in Spanish, of course. Like, you're going to put a picture, and then underneath the picture, you're going to write the Spanish word. Like, if you want a parrot, you're going to write parafo. If you want a car of your dreams, you're going to write coche under that. And I've had students come back to me and tell me, wow, this actually came true because I put it on my vision board. So we're going to have that as a project, along other artsy projects. A lot of art and music is going to be the kind of the theme of this Spanish 101, okay? So that's why the theme is kind of like this, just to kind of remind you and give that flair. And I have more of these pictures laid around on the other sides as well. So I'm going to ask you even part of your assignment, kind of like a museum role play. I'm going to go around and be like, what is this? Oh, okay, Flores, what is this? Okay. You could either say like town, city center, or you could say painting. Like, that'll be acceptable, like whatever you see, right? Because I want you to see what you see. I want to give you the option. Like art, you have to kind of use your imagination, and maybe that helps you because maybe you don't remember what flower was in Spanish. So now you look what else is here. Like leaves or grass, or you could say painting for this as well. But you can't say painting twice, okay? That doesn't count. Like, you can't say this painting and this painting, and like, because that doesn't work, right? So, and you could say like, what's grapes, right? So that's kind of what we're gonna do and coming up in the future in this class, in this semester in general. All right, and then I redecorate the whole room, and we're gonna have another theme. So this theme is art and history. So I'm gonna teach you a little bit about other things as well. But today we're just going over the basics. So I have here, and this is my pointer. Again, kind of art and history. They're very famous for different animals like bulls and horses, and this is specifically Spain. So in Spain, which is the theme here, overall they have Spain and Argentina, I believe, as well. They have a different type of a dialect with their Spanish. We won't use their dialect, although, like, let's say we're going to use nosotros, and that's like we, instead of vosotros, which they commonly use in their language and such. So I'll go over that soon. But basically, with the basics, since you're just learning basic Spanish, this probably is obvious to you what this is. Can anyone tell me what this first one is? Yes. Hi. Yes. Hi. Hey. Hello. Yeah. So, do you know why there is an upside down exclamation point? This is required when you use it. So if it's just one word, like this is technically a sentence. Hola is just hi. It's like one word completes the sentence. You don't say anything else. So you need an upside down exclamation point to finish the sentence if you used one at the end, right? So this goes with like, Hola, me llamo Tony Bomboni. And I use an exclamation at the end of the sentence. Now I'm going to have to go all the way back at the end of the sentence and use that upside down exclamation point as well. Always. That's like a universal rule. Okay. And then below that is, how do you read that, Carmen? This word below. Yes, below the hola. Yes, it's adios. 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 Repítame. Adios. Correct. So, again, the exclamation, so adios. But do you notice the hola is just H-O-L-A, right? Hola. That's how you spell H-O-L-A. Hola. Adios is A-D-I-O-S. Adios. And the O has the little accent on the top, right? The O has the accent on the top. It's not just A-D-I-O-S, but it's A-D-I-O-S. Adios. With the accent, okay? And it can get confusing sometimes, especially with multiple words and sentences that have these little dashes on the top of the letters. Sometimes the A will have the dash. Sometimes the I will have the dash. Sometimes the E will have the dash. Sometimes the O will have the dash. Sometimes the U will have the dash. All vowels, okay? Not the Y, okay? Alright, so in this case, just remember. It's just a matter of memory, okay? You're just going to have to remember where the accents go. I know it's going to be a pain at first, but you'll get used to it. So, hello, hola. Repeat, hello, hola. Goodbye, adios. Goodbye, adios. Super. Now, does anyone know how to read this? No one? ¿Cómo? Say ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Now, forgive the lack of a capital C. It must be capital because you're beginning a sentence. And forgive the lack of the upside down question mark at the end. There should be an upside down question mark. It just didn't go through print for some reason. So, ¿cómo estás? And the A has the dash. Notice estás. ¿Cómo estás? Notice the adios has an S at the end, right? Os. And then this has as. So anything like that kind of will help you remember if it has S at the end, like a vowel, and then the S is like ch, dash. Okay? Dash. ¿Cómo? Well, this is not that easy to remember because it's like, okay, it's not at the end, but this just is a universal rule. Some things you just can't remember. With a rule, you just have to remember. So, ¿cómo estás? How are you? That's what it means. So, ¿cómo estás? Right? And then if I ask that to you, you have to, I expect you to know this by the end of the week. Like, I'll go up to you in the beginning of class and be like, ¿cómo estás? And you have to tell me, I'm fine. Or, muy bien. Very good. All right. You don't have to know muy bien right now, but soon. All right. So that's another one. So basically, because this is about art and history, in this 101, we're basically going over, let's say you happen to be stranded in Colombia, right? Like you just happen to be stranded in a Spanish-speaking country. You have to know the basics. So that's what I'm teaching you in this first quiz, is the basics. If you were to be stranded somewhere and you were a tourist and you were lost and need help and guidance, these are the basic things you need to know. Okay. Next, can someone say this to me? No, not mi llama. It's not your llama. No. Anyone else? Close. Me llamo. Me llamo. So the LL, the two L's is ya. Say ya. Ya. Kind of like a Y, but you go ya. Ya. Me llamo. Me llamo. And that is a blank here, so you can fill in your name because it says my name is. Okay, me llamo. Name is, and you need the me there because if it's just llamo, it's like you need something before it. It just doesn't make sense sometimes, and sometimes there are certain words put after another word, and if you read it literally, it will seem like you're saying name is my, like, or that name is mine. It won't make sense, so you have to say me llamo. My name is blank Tony Bomboni, right? Me llamo Tony Bomboni. Okay. And then we'll go into the rest later, like te llamas, like your name is. Okay, clase. So next is, I'm just gonna say it because you guys, I guess, won't know this until I say it. Quanto cuesta? Repeat. Quanto cuesta? Okay. Quanto cuesta? What do you think I am saying? I want you to close your eyes and imagine what I'm saying. Oh, excusame. Me quiero la camisa negra. ¿Cuánto cuesta la camisa? Perfect. Yes. How much is the price? How much does it cost? What is the cost? What is the price? That's basically what it says. ¿Cuánto? The a. ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto cuesta? And again, the upside down question and the upright question. You're just going to have to memorize how to draw that upside down question. Okay? You'll get used to it. I'm really going to cram in your mind the memory aspect so that you really understand what I'm saying. Oh, yes, this is a flower that I have. It's a flower. Okay. Kind of keeping up with the theme. ¿Cuánto cuesta? All right. What is the price? That's a good question to ask if you're a tourist and you happen to be stuck in Mexico or somewhere. ¿Dónde está el baño? Now you may be asking me this in the first week, but you better remember where it is after, because I won't keep reminding you, especially if you have to keep going to the restroom. Where is the bathroom? Again, notice el baño. It's not la baño. It's el baño because it ends with o. The ñ, say ñ, ñ, has that little cursive signal there, okay? Ñ, you're going to learn more about that later. Donde has the o with the dash, a with the está. Remember, estás has the a, the dash. You're going to be using está, están, estamos, están a lot in the next 4 years. A lot, okay? So get used to it. ¿Dónde está el baño? Where is the bathroom? And you use está because it's one thing. You don't say ¿Dónde están? Where are the bathrooms? Like you could say ¿Dónde están los baños, right? Okay, for multiple. But again, you don't have to know that yet. Quiero comer. A lot of you are probably saying this one on your lunch break, right? Quiero comer. And again, use capital if it's beginning a sentence. But this is just a statement, so I think that's why it automatically didn't capitalize it for me in the Microsoft Word document. But anyway, quiero comer. Q-U-I-E-R-O. Quiero. It's not quiero, it's qui. Say qui. Quiero comer. I want to eat. I'm wanting to eat, like I'm hungry, you could say. Tengo hambre is I'm hungry, so you wouldn't use that for I'm hungry, but this is I want to eat, specifically quiero. I want quiero, and comer. You're going to be using those words a lot. And again, quiero is I want. It's a like a craving, a verb. So if it's a verb, you would use the o or the a or the amos. An, es, like quiere es, right? Like they want. You're gonna learn more about that stuff, but any verb has that ability. Okay, so they run. Corremos, corran, corro. You're just gonna have to get used to that. They use a lot of those switches in the verbs in the language. It can get frustrating at times on the exam, I know. Te quiero. Te quiero, clase. What does that mean? I love you. Okay, you could say I like you. That's kind of a different wording there, but for now you just know te quiero. I like you. Te is for you. So you I like. You I love. Quiero. Want. Like quiero comer. I want food. Te quiero. I don't want to eat you. No, like I want you. Like you're saying I love you. So it doesn't make sense when you read it. When you look at it, you're like, this looks like you I want. That's not very flattering on a date. But in the non-literal sense, it's I love you. So te quiero. Te quiero. You're gonna say te amo. Te amo. But for now, just te quiero. Te quiero. Okay. Now these are two words. Dinero and camisa. Sound familiar? ¿Cuánto dinero cuesta la camisa? Right? So this kind of helps you remember. Dinero is money and camisa is shirt, like a t-shirt, kind of like what I'm wearing. Okay, this doesn't go for sweater, this doesn't go for dress, this won't count. This is just t-shirt, camisa, like a simple light breezy t-shirt. Dinero, money, camisa. Okay, so that will help you remember. Dinero is like diner, think like diner. You need money at the diner, right? I may help you remember. And O at the end because it's a masculine. For money, masculine. Think M, money, masculine. M-O, money is O, so dinero. That helps you remember maybe. Camisa. So what do you think? Is it la camisa or el camisa? La camisa, right? La camisa negra. That's the song we're going to play. So, well, thank you guys for joining me on your first day. I hope you enjoyed and you understand your homework is just basically going to bring those index cards and then we'll be prepared. And we're actually going to review again what we just went over every day that we do. Something at the end of class, we're going to review again at the beginning of class A the next day, okay? And la semana, we're going to be, semana is week, at the end of the week, we're going to be reviewing for the test before we take it. And I'm going to go easy on you again. So you're going to have a word bank. You're just going to switch those words into the word bank and fill out everything. Okay, so one more review, just real quick. I want to make sure everyone knows before they go home and it helps ingrain in your mind. What is this? And we're just going to do shouting it out. So just shout it out. No need to raise your hand. Money. Shirt. Yes. guys must be hungry. ¿Dónde está el baño? Where's the bathroom? Perfect. You guys are good. ¿Cuánto cuesta? What is the cost? Me llamo. My name is. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Hola, adios. Hello and goodbye. All right. Adios a clase. Thank you for joining me. All right, don't forget your assignment. What was it? Yes, bring your 3x5 ruled index stack of 100 specifically, okay? They're no more than maybe a couple bucks, okay? You should have them though, all right? Extra credit if you already have them.